Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns 2, bringing you the Minish Randomizer weekly race. Join me on tracking today is Candy Crystal, and on comms for you are Hendris and Lunastick. Take it from here, guys.
Hello there. How's it going? Yeah, we're back with the TMCR Weekly, and welcome to the Raiders from ZSR1. You're just in time, we're just about to start. Today we have Huffpuff and Sean on the stream, both veterans of the game. Well, yeah, you can call them veterans now. They've been here for probably like a year or so.
Yeah, they've both been here at least as long as I have.
Yeah,
So.
and they have both been equally scarred by the last round of the tournament that just concluded today, with Huffpuff being less than happy about his lot with the next race, and Sean being very relieved that this is not with glitches allowed in the settings.
Yeah, Puff, let's just say, got paired up with somebody who is very much considered a favorite for Fire Rod.
Yes. Huffpuff got paired up with Myth, who I don't know if he's the current world record holder, but he was at one point the world record holder for the Fire Rod category, which is a item that will be hacked back into the game using a patch, which essentially was a debug tool in terms that it can copy and paste tiles. And we have a very early sword. Sammy has it. Okay. Yeah.
I don't think you take away the sword.
You don't mind the sword here. You don't mind it at all.
Sean electing to skip Wind Tribe at first?
Yeah. That's totally valid. That means that they can work with the... what's it called? They can get... okay, yeah. So by skipping Wind Tribe, you can just go to town immediately, get the Milk Lady, and get the greenhouse peak, and then you can just quick walk back. Yes, early cape, early spin, and early bombs. So they do have access to droplets, do they? They do. So we could be seeing a pre 5 minutes droplets dip if they would be up for the task. And boots. What a jet. Yeah, it's literally... well, it's boots. They've got wings. You can dash fast. Of course it's a jet seat.
Yeah, Artemis. I guess we can also say it's not my seed just because the cape and bombs were too nice.
Oh yeah, with the bombs, exactly. Yeah. So,
I mean, it's not like I get nice bombs, but when I have nice bombs, it's a mean cape.
Yeah, you usually have the... no, it's not an issue, but you have the remarkable talent for having very bad luck with bombs.
Yeah. I don't even have to roll it, I just have to take part in it.
Yeah. Okay, there's just a repeat on the Deepwood Shrine hard piece. Looks like both runners will be doing the Minish loop first. Potentially extending this into a play into droplets. They don't have access to Minish Woods. They don't have access to Deepwood Shrine just yet. But yeah, they could get it if they have the Flippers or the Jabberknot in the next like 1 or 2 spots. Well, I guess technically 5, because if you get Flipper, you could just go the other way around.
I don't think that you're that disappointed if you, even right now, if you don't ever, you would.
Yeah.
Because right now it's, just 1 check if you don't get the small key?
Yeah. According to trackers, we already have the element check, which means it's 4 corners. How lucky. All 9 kinstones are required. Oh, that's going to be great. So, the Minish Cap requires kinstones as, let's call them combination locks. As in, find X amount of item to unlock an area of the map. And there's 9 different kinstones, with 3 sets of kinstones. And we need all 9. We do have 1 Wave Folds kinstone to unlock Wave Folds. There are 5 Cloudtop kinstones to unlock the upper section of Cloudtops with the Wind Tribe and the Palace of Winds, which is a dungeon that we need to go to. And we have 3 Caster Wild kinstones, which unlock the Wind Ruins, but we also need to go for an element.
There's our mushroom.
A mushroom, yeah.
So we're just missing the mole mist for the classic meme.
Yeah.
As we saw the snake, we saw the mushroom.
Oh. Well, bombs, that's nice and handy. That's a Caster kinstone. That's a nice one.
Yeah, as we mentioned before about how Sean got burned with the most recent round settings, this will not be glitches allowed, so we do need all the kinstones. So
he should be fine. He's fine. He's gotta be fine. We also have Ezzo's theme, the best theme in the game. Who doesn't like Ezlo?
I mean, there are definitely far worse companions out there.
Ooh, also happens now on a quarter heart. He's lucky enough to avoid the pestos. That's not everyone's fortune. These things can be mean. Right, we're now getting the confirmation from Sean that this is indeed 5 corners. 5 corners? The 4 corner seat.
I mean, I've seen the map as a pentagon.
Yeah. Yeah. With the 5th corner being Dachau Castle in the middle. The 5 corners of the rectangular map. I'm not a math major, so that's not my problem. But yeah, this will now... Okay. I think this trap was a damaging trap for Puff, meaning that Sean might get into... Yep. That's the first death. Sean got mauled by a Moldworm. Oh, sorry, they're called Moldworm, I think. Which one is which? I don't remember.
Oh, book number 1.
Ah. And very convenient flippers for Puff. So now they can
Time to make a second loop.
Yay, now they can take a swim in the lake. Well, not that lake, but that's also a lake. The mold... Okay. Yeah, there's the Moldworm, and there's the Moldworm. Moldworm. Ah, yeah. But don't forget, there's also the mini Moldworm. Which I don't know which one is which. But you have you can use it for this. Or the cape. There we go. We see the application of the boots and the cape. Fantastic.
Oh yeah, this game only has mini Moldworms because the True Moldorm are the true big ones, and Link to the Past and Link's Awakening.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's been ages since I played either of them. Let's see who's gonna make the first dip into droplets here. They're both very close to it.
Yeah, they probably are both going to dip. They're just finishing up the Hylia checks, probably hoping for a Lantern. Oh, there are different sizes of Moldorms, just not in this game. But the ones that are normal size Link are mini Moldorms, because the true Moldorms are boss enemies. And really big.
Well, I mean, you could just look at them from a Minish perspective. Then all would be fairly big. Hang on. If you were to look at a true Moldorm from a Minish perspective, would that be a super boss? Like in, a proper end-game boss? Yeah, it would be even bigger. So yeah, Half-Life is now the first person actually in droplets. They'll be getting the big key from this block here. And then they'll be off into the depths of the first path.
I can't wait for new logic when that block can be either the big key or the small key.
Mm-hmm. Right. We also need to see if they were. We also need to see if they are up to the task of actually heading into the downstairs area and check the underwater pod. With the flippers, they do have access to it.
Yeah.
And the cab as well.
I think he will, just because, yep, he's doing it. Just because his latest regression was the flippers.
Oh, yeah. Also, you don't want to be the person to actually last location something or just skip something in droplets. As if that would ever happen. Don't mind me doing that like twice in one race.
I mean, you're not the first person to do that.
Yeah, good point. It's still it's just always a well, one was with both were in the what's it called, in the last glitch race that I did, where I opened the boss door first, hoping for the lantern to be somewhere earlier, because we can actually do a glitch involving the boss door and the lantern that lets us go out of bounds. And turns out the lantern was in the vanilla, sorry, not in the vanilla big key location, but in our random big key location. So I kind of, it didn't last location that like as a proper last location, but just that, okay, I did this later than I should have. I kind of skipped it. And then there was...
I will mention, it's a bit out... Oh, there's White Sword, by the way.
Oh.
But I will mention that that's one thing that I do... that I do with which is allowed seeds is I save some of the big door in droplets.
Right, I could have done an OG. Yeah, well, I could have done, but I didn't do it. Whoops. I probably kind of forgot about it. Who knows? Wouldn't be the first time.
Stein is going slightly out of logic here.
Did he save before?
I mean, I don't think he cares, because once you get the lantern, you have all keys in logic anyways.
Right. Yeah, okay. Just 5 forms. Was worth it. Okay. Half confirming the state of this the shop. So TMC Rando usually is done using BizHawk. But RetroArch with the MGBA emulator will also work more than fine. It's just that with BizHawk and its Lua capabilities, we actually have an auto-tracking system, which you can use using Emo Tracker. And considering Minish Cap is a extremely check-dense game, an auto-tracker is more than welcome.
Yeah, I've done the math. We average a new item every 24 seconds in this rando using normal race settings.
Yeah. Normal race settings...
And that's assuming a full clear.
Yeah. Normal race settings have 440 checks. And you can comfortably check all of them within 3 hours if you know what you're doing. So we do heavily recommend BizHawk, but any MGBA-based emu is fine. It's fair game. We allow it in racing, we allow it in our tournament. Oh yeah, and the amount of checks may increase at some point, because we are still finding more ways to actually... what's the nice word for it?
Challenge
all racers.
And randomize new items. Like recently, we got something. We found out how we can randomize the golden enemy drops. So that can be coming soon. Trademark. And there's there's Western Woods.
Was that on the... That was on Swiftblade 2. That is... We had that yesterday as well, like two days ago. Yeah. Match where we had...
So, forget Minish, forget doing Minish, forget doing droplets. You just needed to come straight into town, go straight to Western Woods.
Yeah. So the utility for tracking is... I don't know if it's a plugin, but it's just a Lua script that you can just connect to your tracker. You don't need to...
it's part of Emo Tracker.
It's part of Emo Tracker. So all you need to do is head into our Nifty Discord and go into the Rando info channel. We have all sorts of FAQs and setup guides for TMCR, which will save you a lot of headache. And yeah, the Discord is now linked in the chat, meaning that you can go there and have some fun and laugh at the misfortune of others. Because that's something we do here in Minish Cap. Nothing is sacred. This render has a mind on its own, and it's evil.
It's evil to everybody in their own unique way.
Yes. Your own personal hell. Is that a good way to put it? Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah. I mean, we all do have our own personal hell with this. With me, it's bomb bags. With you, it's...
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah, let's see if she's... Okay, yeah. Sean should also be in the process of getting his red sword.
Yeah.
Sword, yeah.
We know that he's not here today, but with Myth, it's everything related to Krenel.
Oh, Myth is in the race, by the way.
Well, I mean, not taking part in what we're... Right.
That is a stacked beanstalk. Look at that. Cane, lantern, two boomerangs, Call of Metal, that Volskin Stone.
Oh, not the lantern.
Not the lantern. Oh, classic.
So very much stacked.
Like one.
Where? Okay, you already say your quick warp here, so you go into caster, I guess. But then I guess after this, you just go ahead and do. Well, no, we can't do.
You can do Krenel. You can full click Krenel.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can.
You got the cape. You have everything you want to have for Krenel.
Yeah, no, I was looking for the grip ring, but
who needs that? Well, we needed it for Palace, but Not important just now. Maybe important in like half an hour, but
We know that Myth would not be going to Krenel though, because he has no grip ring.
yes. No. Well, the thing is, with Myth, it's really almost prophetic. Every time he go, it doesn't matter what decision he makes for Krenel. This decision will just always be wrong. So he could go to Krenel and it's be barren, or he's not going to go to Krenel and it's full with stuff. And there are the light arrows, which unfortunately will not be required today, as they've got access to Cave of Flames either way.
And access to exit Sphere 0.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you... Hang on. We can't go backwards through the climb. So that should be out of the question.
Backwards through what?
Backwards through the Krenner climb. Yeah, you can't go backwards. That's something that we did for that one punishment seat. And... yeah. Okay, Sean's also getting now on the beanstalk. Alex, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it's yeah, it would make sense for it to be blocks. Right. Half of doing the old second tradition of swinging your sword while waiting for the lily pad to arrive.
I've had the worst hiking RNG one. You know the lower lily pad down by short hiking?
Yes.
The one time I got onto it, and then the bee hat decided to wander up into the path of the lily pad, so it knocked me off of the lily pad. So I had to wait like 3 extra cycles. Actually get on to actually cross back.
How long were people's first? That depends on your familiarity with the game. I played this game a buttload as a child, and do the map better than my back pockets. And I took a bit under 4 hours for my first seat.
I'm in a little bit more of an intermediate case. I wasn't as familiar with Minish Cap, even though I had played it just like 4 months prior. But I came from other randos, and it took me about 7 hours, I think. Just because there's some weird map stuff that happens with Minish.
Yes, I would guess somewhere between like 4 and 7 hours. The Minish Cap Randomizer is available through our Discord and GitHub from Minish Maker. The randomizer is a .exe that you can use to patch your own ROM into a randomizer seed, or into a randomizer, or a randomized ROM. You need to get your own ROM.
Also note that the base game used for the randomizer is the EU version, the European version.
The European version is an earlier build of the game, meaning that it's just a bit more flexible to exploit, and language options are very much appreciated.
Meanwhile, both of our runners today are doing hiking over going to Krenel, which is slightly unusual.
I don't blame them. It's hiking, it's nice. Why wouldn't you go for hiking?
I mean, they're memeing, that's why. they love the memes. They both do.
Yeah, they do.
Except for Huffpuff and Percy. That's the only meme that Huffpuff hates.
Yes, so in Minish Cap, some things are more infamous than others, and people are usually very vocal about their preferences. So, ooh, Hunger Container, that's... yeah, why not? We might have something on Waveblade.
And he's also
because
only at
me.
1.5 hearts, so
Yeah.
we'll take the health refill.
We're actually so chock full of memes that we actually made a proper ban list, and I think to date we're still the only render who really does one. I know that Artemis was trying to get a Wind Waker randomizer ban list going, but I don't know if that's actually a thing now. I don't know. I think I heard him mention that.
Oh, there's our Ghost Star.
That's a Gustia. That gives us access to Blue Chew. Blue Chew? Yep, Blue Chew as well, but also Green Chew, which is a bit more important due to it having an element.
We can already full clear 3 dungeons, one of them not required. Or
Yes.
not, or at least not hard required yet.
Oh yeah,
We can absolutely have Kinstones and swords there.
Yeah, Candy, Artemis, Pugel, and I are banned. So one small tradition that we're having in Minish Cap Randomizer is that every 3 to 6 months, usually, we have a punishment race going on. Meaning that we will play through a handcrafted ROM hack of the game, specifically made to cause as much pain and suffering as possible. And this will be restreamed by ZSR.
Absolutely, Edu. Items can be hard progression items can be randomized onto boxes.
Yes, and in most cases we are playing with the so-called element pad, meaning that to open up Dark Hollow Castle, which is our final dungeon of the game, we do need to collect 4 elements. And out of the 6 dungeons we have available prior to Dark Hollow Castle, 4 of those 6 will be randomly selected to have an element on its boss. So in most cases, you would need to actually finish at least 4 out of the 6 dungeons in the game before you gain access to the boss of Dark Hollow Castle, who is Vati. Basically our version of Ganon, but he's way more... Oh, okay, Sean died.
Okay.
Yeah, again.
I think we had, but yeah, no, all dungeons absolutely can happen. We've had...
It did
what
happen a
was
few
it?
times already. Don't worry, it did happen. And it can happen again.
I think it happened twice last tourney.
I don't know how that happened, but I think twice might actually be... Yeah.
I know it happened. I know for sure. I remember because it was on, because we clipped highlights onto the highlight reel. It happened at least once, but I think it also happened a second time.
Right. Yeah, the highlight reel. So, we are currently having the tournament, and if you come across any awesome scenes or just funny stuff, please clip it and share the clip within our Discord, because I'll be preparing a highlight reel, usually at the end of each tourney.
And it doesn't have to be limited to tourney matches. It's for the entire season.
Yes. Tipo versus Quennel. Yeah,
that's what's happening on screen right now. So,
it's not that important actually of a distinction, because both need to be done.
Yeah,
and you've got everything you need for both of them.
Except you don't have everything you need in order to do Crynal as fast as possible. That might be...
Yeah, but you've got a few more bombs, so I think that's a few more checks. So I think that's a good.
Trade-off. Yeah. There's a trade-off here, so it's fine. Either way, it's fine. We got dog food. We got our next fetch quest item done.
Yeah. Ooh. Shall I make use of the remote bombs here? You can actually uncover that portal with just 3 bombs instead of 4 like Sean just did.
He forgot to uncover.
You forgot to uncover the big one. Yep. Well, there's a small one. Yeah, so Half-Life will not be facing it. So this what Half-Life is currently facing is the first boss of the game. Within, would you consider Devo to be still tutorial area?
I mean, you're expected to be able to beat it with just 3 hearts. So...
Yeah, kind of, isn't it? Thing is, Guichu can't even damage Link by So the only way that the boss of this dungeon could damage Link is by jumping on him or falling on him. That's it. But yeah, so this is the first element for Half-Puff. 3 more to go. And Half-Puff will... Oh, running into you. No, Greenchu can't actually damage you while running into you.
Yes, he can. He runs into me all the time when I'm trying to puff him.
But does he damage you? Does he damage you?
Yeah.
I didn't... I don't think he can actually damage you by running into you. Okay.
At the very least, he stuns you out of being able to use a Gush Jar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's just that Green Juice is just a very non-threatening boss. I mean, it's literally just Jello. It's not that threatening. Like, I would say that Matapella is more threatening than Green Chew, or more dangerous to Link. What do you mean with eh? Okay, there's the compass for Half-Puff. And a small key.
Number 3.
Yeah, I know it's not very threatening either, but that's fine.
I think the reason why you're thinking that Ice Matter Pillar is more dangerous is because of the Ice Matter Pillar fight and Droplet.
No, not just the Ice Matter Pillar, but the regular one, the regular Matter Pillar in the regular Matter Pillar in Deepwood Shrine. God damn it! There we go. Oh, pardon me. Whoa. I just vividly remember that I actually, as a child in my first casual playthrough of the game, I was like, I don't know, 5, 6, barely could barely read. It took me like half a week to figure out how to actually damage Matter Pillar.
What?
Whoa.
What?
What?
Oh, okay, so this is going to be a small key, but it's an lantern lock, so we have to read it. Or wait, where's the fourth small key? Was it down here?
I don't remember the weather.
There's
one of the small keys.
Okay, so basement is lantern lock logically.
Good that you paid attention, because I did not pay attention to it.
Well, that's the fourth small key, so that's only in logic as a key there if lantern's available.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, thanks for the good luck, Gusto. All one us they will need it.
So if there's something important here, that can narrow down the lantern, although I don't think we care about the lantern this seed.
Well, considering where the big key of Draco Castle might be, there could be a room or two.
Yeah.
But yes, at least for our players, the lantern will be pretty much useless. The lantern is required logically for a dark room, which you can easily navigate without it. Well, it does give checks. But
If you can complete the seed lanternless, you don't care.
yeah, it's not that difficult to go. Yeah, it might be optional, but
The important part is that you're not going to miss it if you never find the lanternless seed.
you're not going to go out of your way to just pick up the lantern.
Yeah. If you find it, you'll take it. If you don't find it, you'll take it also.
Yeah,
That's where we're going. But yeah, lantern's always logically required for when we have to kill Vadi, because that's a complete dark room, and it's also just logically required the seed for Palace, but
yeah. So it's logically required for like Palace and like half droplets, but apart from that, not that much. Garden Blade, see what? Yeah, Garden Blade. Oh, you mean Castle Garden? That is Grimblade. Yeah, it's a bit confusing with just so many different names, and each one of them sounding very much alike. So far, Depot didn't really have anything, did it?
you also need lantern for crypt.
Yes, but it's not the
Yeah,
element
no,
this
but
time.
he's listing off all the lantern checks. Crypt's also lantern locked.
Yeah, so when we say garden, usually we mean the Minish garden or the Minish path in the backyard of the school. Since that's, it has nice
Yeah, at
flowers.
castle we normally use courtyard.
Yeah. Or just say castle.
Yeah. I try not to say garden when I'm talking about the schoolyard. I actually say playground.
Yeah. I think it's just down to personal preference at this point. We know what you mean, usually. Since this map is so compact and is split so conveniently into different areas, it's usually pretty easy to just guess what check someone means just by them.
Some context. Just some context.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I was going to the fountain. Look at that. So fountain is one of those places that, well, it's one of those places that you can just easily forget about. And then you bite yourself in the back because you forgot about it. Again. Well, Sean is actually still doing Cave of Flames. Cave of Flames is a bit bigger than Depot, and this it takes a bit longer.
Well, it also took just a little bit longer to actually get to it.
Good point, yeah. And Fountain has Jackal.
Although there's still the Doctor Left option leader.
Oh, right, yeah, Dr. Left. Well, hang on, we can't do Dr. Left just yet. We don't have the thing. The bracelets.
Yep. Oh wait, Sean got the lantern. Where did he find the lantern?
Cave of Flames.
Oh, I think I was paying attention to Huffpuff.
Yes.
Since when do we pay attention as comms? That's not our job.
We need to pay attention. We are the attention. Haha.
He's going to get Gush Jar. That's an easy Gush Jar location.
Yes.
Figurine House is one of those locations that you very easily do. Like, he's probably going to get his Gush Jar on the way to Droplets, because that's probably where he's going next with that lantern.
Probably. We don't know where exactly they'll be going because this randomizer is a bit more on the codec side. But yeah, we'll be able to see in just a bit. But it looks like Half-Life is actually going up kernel as well. Makes sense. It's a very dense location. And a very good one at that as well.
I mean, apart from it, he has what? Just the few checks in Vale Falls and School Basement, I think is all that he hasn't checked.
Might be. Once again, I did not pay attention.
Well, just knowing where. But usually that also happens because you have Ocarina. Without Ocarina, you pass your town through Figuring House.
Yeah. I think Ocarina is one of the more convenient items to get, regardless of your not place, but your thing in the randomizer. You know what I mean.
Skill level.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. That's off of your... It's fine. Don't worry. Dogfood. I don't think we have seen Fifi yet, have we?
No, because it was here on Lower Krenel, so Sean finishing up Cave of Flames.
Right.
That's probably another reason why he's playing Cave of Flames is that he turns in the car of metal. He's going to go to Todd to get check Fifi, and then just go into Todd with that lantern.
Right, yeah, that's something they could do. And that's the element for Sean.
So we are at an element apiece.
Yep.
And here we're going to check another meme.
Oh, you mean Malawi?
Yep.
Well, it's not as much of a meme. Because you're going to check him no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason you could not check him is just by you being in go mode.
Yeah. But I mean, the main reason why he's a meme is because you end up full killing, because that's because he's the entire reason why you always full clear a Cave of Flames, even if it's not an element.
Yeah. Well, so Malawi unlocks his check after beating the boss, not after full clearing it. But if you're beating the boss, it's very likely to full clearing.
I mean, I guess that you might not have done the basement, but other than that, you've gone by every single other check in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Ooh, graveyard key.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess normally you're happy. I mean, you're fine with the graveyard key. If it's fast. Like, you're fine with that being a non-element dungeon, that just go ahead and full clear it, as it's basically an overworld check. Good old down thrust strats.
Now this is good music.
Nothing beats Southwest. Half of our muting being very happy about the music choice for Cave of Flames. Is that the second time we're hearing Esso's theme in the game? The first one being in like Hylia.
But yeah, I still can't wait for the seed where the down thrust strat is the required strat for that room.
I think I got it like once or twice in my I think 2 years now here at.
Is I mean, it hasn't been in Logic for the entire 2 years. I think it didn't get put into Logic till 6.1.
True, but I think it just wasn't added to Logic because we just didn't know about it until someone brought it up.
Yeah, but so, I mean, but in order to get it to be required, you need what? You can't already have the shield, and you can't already have bombs, and you need to do vanilla Kernel Climb with Kane somewhere locked behind Cave of Flames.
No,
It's a very specific.
You can have them. You can have the cape be the down thrust be required if you have access to Cave of Flames. So you can have the grip ring. Having the grip ring doesn't give you immediate access to the back of Cave of Flames.
Well, yeah, grip ring's also required. But what I'm saying is what you can't have.
Okay.
Because that's a stricter set. So you need to do vanilla Kernel Climb. You cannot have shield. You cannot already have the cane, and you cannot have bombs.
Okay. Right. Yeah, Lizzie, welcome. Let's see. Yeah, Sean should be making their way into Deep Woods fairly soonish, I think. They're probably just clearing a few things on the way here in town.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he does a good portion of Todd first. Probably not full clearing Todd because Octo is slow, but a good portion of Todd.
Octo. Good old Octo.
I mean, it's TMZR. We already know that it's going to be Mitts on Octo and Force Sword and Crypt.
Yeah, well, it depends on the Siege Waller, actually. For some reason, each Siege Waller has their own, let's call them signature when rolling the seeds. For their own safety, I'm not going to name who rolled just yet. Because sometimes the Siege Waller needs to actually go into hiding a bit. Was it enough? No. So putting an Sword non-element Octo is but the first step to glory.
This is not the only one who's had to go into hiding after rolling the seed.
I mean, I had to go into hiding like 3 times in a row.
Yes, you did, but you're not the only person who's had to. So that doesn't narrow it down to Hendrix. One of those seeds that was the 3 times in a row was one of Sean's seeds.
Yes, I want it is 3 times. Because each time you have to actually go further away. You have to find a new hidey hole.
Yeah, I mean, he was already in hiding, but then he had to hide his phone. And then he had to hide his backup phone.
Yeah, and then the backup to the backup. And so on and so forth. Sean, don't check Hendo's ledge without having fought Blue Chew. This is what happens to you. Always check Blue Chew first before you do the half ledge. Did Sean check Percy? I don't think they did. No, Sean didn't check Percy because Sean only got access to Percy by getting the land
after
in
he
Game
already
of
left him
Lands.
behind. Yeah, he definitely did not check Percy yet. He didn't have Lantern either time that he was near there.
Yes, Bluesy. We still don't know what Percy has in store for us. I don't deny the possibility of me rolling the seed. Neither can I confirm it. Usually we wait until one of our runners is either in Go mode or in Dark Cow Castle. Until I start blubbing out who the seed rolled. And who is to blame for this
Monstrosity.
That's a good way of putting it, yeah.
Because it's TMCR, it's always a monstrosity. Even the
Good
jet
point.
seeds are monstrosities. Because
Yeah.
when it's jet seed, you're so stressed because you're like, oh god. Jet seeds are also monstrosities in here for a completely different reason.
Bye-bye, good music.
A half of lamenting the loss of Ezzo's theme, which is hands on the best theme in the game. Cloud can't even reach close to it by Palace of Winds.
I mean, we didn't care about the wallet. We already know there's nothing in Stockwell.
Look at that, I think Hufflepuff is trying to tell us something, that there's something on the wall. What do you think? Is there something on the wall?
I mean, I don't see anything unusual.
Yeah. These carved murals of the boss are in fact natural. So, the joke for TMCR is that, or just for TMC in general, is that usually each boss chamber has a small detail that will give us something for the boss. Apart from perhaps Octo and Greenchew. Although Greenchew has the mural. Octo has nothing on it, come to think of it. But yeah, Gleeok is essentially a very angry lava lapras that has started to not infest but just to be a nuisance around an abandoned mineshaft.
Huffpuff showing off boots canceling there.
Ooh. Do you want to explain that?
It's a fun little technique where you can cancel the animation for the bow by starting up a dash. But you do have to be careful when you're doing it. It is not the simplest technique because if you start your boost animation too early, you cancel before you actually fire the arrow. So, but it speeds up the end lag of your bow firing and makes it so that you can fire your bow faster.
Right, and now Sean's the one in Deepwood. So they're just switching places. With Huffpuff being a Deepwood they're ahead by a Deepwood's length.
So at this point, I think it's safe to say Huffpuff is going into droplets. I don't think he has much more interesting left.
Yeah.
He has a couple of semi-orphaned checks. They're not really orphaned, but they are not as convenient as everything else as
There's
Droplet.
the Graveyard Key. Have we seen that? Yeah, we have. Okay.
Yes. Also, if you are starting out this randomizer, do not turn on obscure spots. There are about 8 or 9 checks right there in Malari's minds that you probably had no idea about.
Yeah. So the obscure checks is every check that does not have an important item, but has a permanent flag to it, which means that if there's a kinstone somewhere in a pot and it only drops once, that's an obscure spot. So both have dipped droplets, but that's about it.
Yeah, they both went into droplets.
Yeah.
They both went into drop. It's actually a required double dip of droplets because our first bottle was in droplets. Pretty sure if I remember right.
Yeah.
The obscure spots is usually not awful because all the obscure spots are mostly all bundled right next to each other. So it just makes things... So it changes what your most item dense locations are. Yeah, max settings are what makes things awful. But it's not because of obscure spots. Obscure spots just changes the flow of the run more than being awful locations.
No, so to actually get the true worst experience, or in my opinion, the best experience, is to enable a small setting called Oko. Oko means one-hit KO, and the version that we have in Randomizer here is the so-called timed Oko variant, which means that basically you start the game with a 10-minute timer that ticks down. If the timer is at 0, every small thing that damages Link kills him instantly.
Or anytime there's something that overlaps with a Link hitbox. So like this wouldn't damage you, but the scissor beetle scissors, if you swing your sword at them,
they damage you actually. They damage you. There's the grip ring.
Well, I mean, it's not just that, because your boomerang also triggers the death.
Yes, but the boomerang also triggers the damage. So, and to combat this, the game randomly puts down clocks, like little stopwatches, into the game. The Kinstone that Hufflepuff got was probably a Castle Kinstone, which means that Hufflepuff has the final Castle Kinstone. Oh, Grimnir was Castle, never mind, then Cloudtops. Look at me paying attention again.
We were too interested in explaining the obscure spots and why.
Yeah, or Oko.
Yeah.
I guess.
But yeah, obscure spots are... they're obscure just because they're not locations that you would realize are item locations.
There, yes.
It's just an accurate description. But once you know that they're there, they don't make the rando any harder. They just make it so that way you really want the mitts and flippers.
Yes, that too. Right, and it looks like instead of Fortress, because of still missing the mitts, Hufflepuff is going up the mountain. Well, not that mountain, but the other one.
Well, we were thinking it was going to be Todd, but yeah, the grip ring does change things.
Yes. Look at that. That's book number 3. But we're still missing the Ocarina.
Yep. But yeah, if you want an Oko showcase, we did do an Oko variety race just a few weeks ago.
It was fun, right? Yeah, it was fun. There is another Cloudtops Kinstone. That is number 3.
It was fun, not because of the Oko.
I know the Oko barely mattered because you were just so plastered with items that you didn't need to actually watch the clock.
or in one runner's case, because they finished the seed before the clock ever
Went
had
out.
a chance to reach 0.
Yeah, so essentially, the game shuffles time stopwatches into the game, and depending on the color of the stopwatch, you'll either gain 2, I think 4, you either gain 2 or 4 minutes, or your
You
time
lose
will
all
get
of your
set to 0. Yeah, or your time will get set to 0. So don't pick up any red clocks. Well, you could, or do that. I'm not the boss. Phew.
And this location, despite you probably never knowing about it, it's not obscure.
Yeah, so this is the so-called London secret. Guess was named that way because there's no visual indication for that one. And I actually don't know. Does it? Is it mentioned in the Surfblade newspapers? I think it is. I'm not too sure right now.
I mean, I know that you can poke your sword against it properly, but
I think that was actually the hint. So this game has a unique way of
Hey, look,
checking if something is
1 hour
bombable.
trees.
So
Huff
Huff doing 1 hour tingle trees and just casually mentioning it.
right. Well, it's not unique to this game. It's been in multiple Zelda games where you can clink your sword against a bombable wall.
Yeah, true. But usually it's not really, you're not made aware of. This game has a totally optional newspaper. Imagine Nintendo Power Magazine, but in-game. That gives you a few tips and tricks here and there and teases a few of the items that you are available to get later on after you've used a few things. Like the light arrows, the remote bombs, other things.
So Huffpuff failed on Cloud Tops. So it's either Cloud Tops or Droplets, I think, at this point. That's all
There's
that
also
we
there's also the Kernel Bean Starcraft.
Oh yeah,
don't think
we got
we've
Crown
seen
Ring
that one.
too. No, because we just got Grip Ring. Where do you think the Ocarina is this scene?
Octo. That's probably going to be Octo. Let's face it, it's Octo.
Yeah, Octo just has to have something. Alternatively, it could easily just be the single item in THC.
There is class number 4, so we're only missing 1.
We need mitts, kinstone, and swords, and potentially power bracelet.
Ooh. Yeah. Claws, yeah, right. Yeah, I might have them. Would be really fun to see actually to have something on Blue Chew. Because I like Blue Chew quite a bit.
Actually, this feed, I think I put my money on something beyond Blue Shoe also.
Yeah, Blue Chew's always a good wild card. But yeah, Sean is also just not checking the tingle trees. Usually you would do these checks like
30 minutes at
500
most, after you do, your worst case scenario is either like one of your first checks or your first checks after doing Minish Loop.
Yes. Only very rarely you actually do these checks later than like 30 minutes in.
Hey, Hendra, look.
I was doing Blue Chew. Look at that. He knows me.
I'm going to mute myself a little bit because I can tell my dogs are about to go crazy.
Aw. So yeah, this is my best friend, Wobbuffet. He's a bit statically charged though. So this is the second iteration of the big choo-choo boss fight. This time being a blue one, which can spark and has like electricity themes. And this just shows how underwhelming the boss fight against the green choo is, because the boss fight in the first dungeon gets relegated to mini boss in the fourth one. Although I guess that only was used a bit in Legend of Zelda 1. Although a bit less so. Although,
Blue Chew, I know, was also used in Wind Waker.
yeah, I'm just talking about the tradition of reusing bosses as mini bosses later, which I think is only really there in Zelda 1. Apart from perhaps
Also happens in Link to the Past.
Right, yeah, I always forget about Link to the Past. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Also in Skyward Sword.
It's been ages since I played Skyward Sword the last time. I didn't play the remake. I should.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should buy it. It's like $60 for a game.
Same here. I still have my Wii and my Skyward Sword on my Wii, so I'm like debating if I need to get the Wii version or not.
Yeah. Let's go for HD. Yeah, no, I just haven't bothered with the HD remakes for some reason. Well, mostly because I do not own a Wii U. Okay, there's a fast split for short up as well, but it was called which one exactly?
Okay. So I guess the next question is Sean going to go up to Cloud Top?
It's a very good question, and really keep being in Cloud after seeing what the forecast in store for him.
I mean, Veil Fog didn't really have much.
I guess. So about
The Beatles are probably the second worst enemy in the game. Just behind Body. Anything here? That's Dr. Left. So Dr. Left. Okay. And Sean is going into Cloud Tops.
Huzzah!
Diversion! I'm not sure. Oh, there's... That was the last Cloud Top Kingstone.
Oh! Huh. Okay. That's nice. That's neat.
I mean, you don't especially worry about it, but...
Yeah,
Hey, there's a friend. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if Sean's saved or not at this point. You don't... Saves come away this much.
yeah.
I'm not exactly sure I bought it. I just know that... I'm just fairly certain that Huffpuff already had 4 Cloud Tops Kinstones before doing Veil Falls.
Yeah.
Which would mean that Sean got a Cloud Tops Kinstone. Oh well. Not the first time that commentators would be wrong.
Hey, okay.
Hendrix, you lied to me.
Hard.
Sorry, Sean already ruined it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so Sean already did it without Dubutri, so of course he spoiled it.
I probably deserve that.
Did you deserve that?
Okay. So it's either Krenel or Tingle Trophy or Dr. Left. That's an interesting combination.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Fortress is open now too. I mean, I'd kind of be okay with Mrs. Fortress. You at least have the rupee path with the bow. So it's not terrible.
Yes. But the limits are very nice to have.
Yeah. Have we not seen Simon? This is entirely possible. Simon is another one of those love-hate relationships with the community.
Yeah. But he's not as decisive as, say, Percy.
I mean, I guess it could also be Octo, because why would you do Octo at this point?
Well, why wouldn't you do Octo?
I don't know. Maybe because it's only an 8-minute time sync.
8? No, it's 5. It's usually 3 for reaching him and like 2 for actually fighting them. Sorry, her. I think someone mentioned that Octo is like canonically like female. Who knows? I don't know how you would assume a gender there, but
No, Huff Puff failed after the mostly barren veil falls.
well, but if you are, these speedrunners are. That's because I see. Okay. I thought that whatever. Don't mind me.
I wouldn't trust the figurine because I don't think the original Japanese actually has a distinction between he and she.
Right. I think we had like a discussion on the speedrunning server about that some time ago.
And so when you translate in English and you don't have a distinctive gender pronoun, it just defaults to he.
Yeah, that's something in Germany as well with the German language. Like, if you're unsure, usually you would default to he him.
I mean, that would make sense considering that English and Germany are related languages.
Yeah, they're fairly close to each other at that as well. Like, literally and geographically.
Sean is going to live up to his namesake cave today, unless the mitts are right here.
Hey. But they're not. Well, there's still the... Yeah.
Yeah, that is Alaskan Stone.
Yeah, so... Yeah, Candy, they, them is a bit more appropriate. It's just that in Germany, we don't really have or in German in general, we don't really have a good word for they, them. That isn't it. So we usually just default to him. At least colloquially speaking. There might be some I don't know. We don't really use the third form plural for stuff like that.
No, Sean did castle mode.
Missing somewhere else.
Huff Puff has done quite a few more checks than Sean. No, I think Huff Puff already had 4 consoles before going into Todd.
I don't know, didn't pay attention. Again.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. We have route divergence as a result. That makes it more entertaining. Good. Too nice. It's very obviously going to be Mitts and Palace, or it's
Oh,
going to be
no.
it's going to be Blue Sword. It's going to be a Blue Sword here in Fortress with Mitts and Palace.
Yes, please. That'd be fun. That'd be great to watch, actually. You can see that. Vanilla Mitts are, yeah. Oh, I don't think vanilla should be vanilla. There's some logic stuff for Mitts to be. Although, can they? I would probably know this.
All 4 small keys.
Yeah.
That's more than possible.
If you have all 4 keys, but it's just very unlikely to have actually all 4 small keys in your non-Mitts-locked dungeon stuff. Right.
Hey, it's back.
It's back. It's the 3rd time we have Ezzo's theme. It just, yeah. Huh. So we had Ezzo's theme in King of Flames, in Droplets, and in Palace. Oh, that's great.
There's bomb percent.
Hey. Wait, there's no. Hang on. We still have 1 more to go. We are missing the 99 bomb back.
That was Sean's 99 bomb bag.
Oh, Sean! Oh, whoops! I was looking at looking at Huffpuff.
So this is actually going to work out pretty nicely for Huffpuff because he can just take the warp down to Tingle.
Yeah. This works very well for him.
Aww. That's not fun. This French vanilla mix.
Oh, it's great. Well, it's not. Yeah, so Mitts is the dungeon item of this dungeon, meaning that. That's a meme. Yeah, so having to enter Fortress without missing either Mitts or Bow is a meme. Oof. That's like a proper oof.
How long has it been since that one's been checked? Has it been more recent than my than the?
Might have been actually. I don't know.
I know that has been more or less recent than the required all Cloud Tots fusions without cape.
That all sounds very delicious.
We have power bracelets. We already have palace bracelets. Sean doesn't, but Huffpuff does.
Hmm.
They were second Ruby Path and Droplets, if I remember right. Was that it?
Might have been, yeah. So yeah, Huffpuff now checking Griggle 2, actually. It looks like they'll be the first... Never mind, they can't do Palace just yet. There's
No blue sword.
Blue sword, yeah. Oh, pardon me. She's doing something. Of those very...
I mean, even then, depending on key layout, you could avoid the power placement's bracelets requirement of Palace, even if there is a key there.
Well, if it's a small key there, yes. Big key, not
If
so
it's
much.
Yeah. But even then, having to go back for that small key is pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, Huff knows that there's no fun to be had in Tribe. And let's see where he's going next.
Oh, there's our blue sword.
There's a blue sword. And hello to Wolfen for the raid. We're actually checking Tingle. Huff need to talk him. Yeah, so to check Tingle, you need to talk to him twice.
Nice.
Yes, nice. That is one damn good way to actually say that. Very nice indeed. Yeah, so half of not finding what he was looking for, so there was a save scam. Was it Simon? Probably was Simon, right?
Yeah, that was Simon.
Ah.
So I guess next up for Sean is Crypt, because he's missing a Kenstone.
At this point, it is right, probably, yeah.
Huff losing time just to show its special disdain for Percy.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not checking with Percy. Like, what's the harm? I know it's not the fastest one, but it's important.
I mean, it's fast if you're already along your way. But yeah, no, if you're not already along your way, it's one of the probably 2 or 3 slowest checks.
Hmm.
And this is going to be a near last location for Huff Puff.
Yeah.
I think all he has left is Octo.
I don't know what he's got. He doesn't even have anything left. Apart from, well, that. Oh, I'm sure he'll be happy about it. Just be delighted about it. Right, so since we're betting man, we are going to bet the Force Sword. So the Force Sword is this game's mythological artifact that can vanquish evil and that has the power to split Link into 4. And where is it? What do you think?
I'm going to go with a little bit nicer today. I'm going to say Ghost King.
Ooh.
Put it in. I mean, Sean Cave would live up to its name, the Seed.
Oh god, actually might, yeah.
Oh, wait, we have the true Sean Cave, too. It could very well be Ocarina and Sean Cave leading to Force Sword on Library.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's a possibility.
The true Sean Cave experience.
Oh no. Okay, that's a nice shot for Huff.
Dude, why?
Yeah, so Huff's not very amused about the quick sword with Chunky, please. Should I? Yeah, I'll bet Chunky. Not in that regard. Hang on. There we go.
I did not know Exclamation Sean was a CSR command.
I don't know, couldn't make it one. Could link him. So yeah, Sean vanquishing Gordon for a shot at the elusive fire element. Well, Haifa showing off that this is the only place where light arrows can be truly useful, in that they can be used to kill an Igor in one hit. That's about as useful as the light arrows will get, apart from very specific logical
Implications.
yeah.
So, Sean's two main choices now are definitely Todd and Royal Crypt. Obviously, we're hoping for Royal Crypt because we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Huffbuff is done here, he's obviously going to Palace.
Yeah.
Or
Of course,
Royal Crypt, most
why
likely.
wouldn't he? Right. Sean now done with Fortress. We'll be doing some more stuff here in Caster, and then he's probably gonna fetch the final Cloud of Kinstone and move towards Palace. Well, hopefully, yes. There's nothing. Yeah, so Sean full cleared Fortress, which means that he is, nothing Bluesy is going to do will give us any new input. He'll find the blue sword.
I don't think Huffpuff is bluesy.
Why am I talking about Bluesy? I'm sorry, Bluesy. I don't know. I don't know. Blue tunic, that's why. Who knows? I don't know. So yeah, Huffpuff. I'm just wait, huh? God, no, things are blue. Blue sword, blue tunic, blue hearts, blue split bar. That's why. So yeah, nothing Huffpuff now does here will actually be any new checks. So we're betting on Sean to find something interesting. But looking at him just bonking to walls, I think that's not going to be the case today. I was jealous of you. Yeah, that's why. Lucy 3.
Hey, there's a shield.
Hey.
That's 2 checks.
Right. So Sean is trying to put the round into the hole. Let's. Have we seen Pillar? I don't think we have. It's a wall attack. That's nice.
That's the 7th scroll. We haven't seen Swiftly the first yet.
Oh, that's access to Great Uncle Herbert. Right. And he's not going there. He is.
I mean, I don't blame him. That's
Graveyard?
pretty far out of the way out of the point.
Graveyard. We haven't seen Graveyard yet. Oh, we don't see Graveyard key.
We've had the graveyard key for a long while.
Yeah, it was the blue sword that was actually not giving us access to it. So yeah, this is the graveyard, the War Valley, which also has the Lost Woods this time around. It's not the woods, it's woods, but it's dead trees. So I guess it's more like haunted woods. Well, I guess you saw the haunted woods in Zelda 1 as well, near the graveyard. But does it count? Probably.
So if Force Sword is here, it's going to be a race to see if Huffpuff gets his Force Sword first, or Sean finds his final caster or Crowd Tops. And so
Okay, it's on Dampe. So what do we have in Graveyard? Come on. Okay, that's not the shiny sword. Neither is that.
Bigger shiny is not the same shiny that we're looking for.
Yeah, we're looking for golden shiny. Crystal shiny doesn't count. Not a shiny. Nope. So it's gonna be either Crypt or somewhere else. Who would have thought?
I mean, we do have Hype Cave open. So if it's here, it's at the end of the dungeon. Wonderful news.
Yep.
Did Sean save before entering? Because it's going to be a long walk back if it's not here.
I hope he saved. I really do. So, let's see what we have on the Ghost King, dead one. Yeah, exactly. Pie. It's like that's here, not somewhere else. We don't have that much more open, apart from.
I mean, we
Yeah,
have
that's-
we have a lot of digging spots open now
I
that
thought
we
it was a bit
didn't have before.
Yeah. Okay, it's 11 Ghost King. Boring.
And Sean did not save.
Of course you didn't. Sean, remember your save scums. Please. For me.
He's. Yep. Okay, we're getting the long dig or the Chilby dig caves
Huzzah.
or not.
Nope. This could demote or very false. Don't know where
He
it's
did
trying.
demote.
Well, he could do it again. What's this routing? Sean?
Sean.
What? I mean, yeah, that's one way to get around, but that's taking it too literal. Oh. So yeah, welcome to TMCI, everyone, where people walk in circles.
I mean, the time that I did this kind of similar route through there is because I had realized in the Sean Cave incident that I had forgotten a check and I was taking a breather to figure out where, if I wanted to continue skipping it or to go back for it.
Okay. Yeah, no.
But here, his decision was definitely already made. Like,
Yeah, have we seen the Hype Cave? I don't think we have we?
no, this is the. I mean, he just recently got the mitts, and Royal Valley was on
yeah.
the way.
Well, it was a weird way, but yeah, it was on the way.
We are on a Force Ward hunt.
Eh,
We are still on the Force Ward hunt. Well, Huffpuff's on a four-sword hunt. Sean's looking for something else as well, but
Yeah. Right, so that's the Moldom on Huffpuff's side. That's what we were a bit curious about.
question is, when does Huffpuff go back for the Cloud Top checks?
Don't know.
Like, for Sean, it's kind of obvious. But
Yeah.
Huffpuff is a little bit more up in the air. Because Sean still has still has to do all of his fusions.
There's a shield that unlocks 2 more checks.
Yeah, Sean has that shield.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we haven't seen it, have we?
Oh, and that's where the
That's a
Guild
concern.
Hall is. Okay, Sean is probably bailing on drop it and going up to.
Huffpuff really doesn't like Palace, does he? It's an element. Go get it. So what if you have to full clear?
I mean, he could. Well, yeah, he could. He could absolutely just go and get it.
Yeah. There's
But
no
instead of
harm in
doing all this, it was right along the way to just take the warp up to Wind Tribe.
Yes.
This will your payoff huge for Huffpuff, or putting off Palace for this one? Will your payoff huge for him because he'll get to go mode Palace,
You
or
rush
he'll
Palace.
burn him?
Just rush Palace.
Yeah. Well, that helps, but that's
It usually does. Okay, Huffpuff's going up the mountain. Come on. Well, yeah, okay, you can do that check as well. Gotta be mindful about the levers, though. They are fickle.
I remember I did a bingo seed recently, and it had to kill a lever condition, so I did it in Simon.
Yeah. Well, if you have to kill a lever, you should do it in Simon.
This routing me looks like Sean is not going to do the Mitch checks up here.
Okay. Right. So, Sean, would you be going up, or not?
I know I'd definitely be going to Palace at this point.
That should be going to Palace. Well, ooh, I've got the Ocarina. Oh,
Come on.
okay. I mean, yeah. Half has Ocarina. That's like 4 quick checks. But we just want to see blood at this point. Yeah, so you do need a subject to good play. Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
To beat Palace, you need 4 keys. To full clear
Yes.
it, you need 6.
6. The thing is, though, I learned from my past mistakes. I rush Palace. If you don't rush Palace, there will come the seat where you will hate yourself for not rushing Palace. And then you just start rushing Palace every time, and it works and
Yeah,
works and
I
works
mean,
and keeps
yeah.
working.
I mean, I tend to rush Palace just because the difference between go moding Palace and not go moding Palace is about what, maybe
Sean does have
45
his biceps.
seconds.
Right. So Sean does need to hope for the best here. Yeah, so Sean will at least see that.
Not if the big key is there.
If the big key is there, then no, but otherwise, yes.
Or if the big key is... Well, no, because you need all 6 small keys for the big key to be vanilla. So yeah, no, he's going to be able to attack.
He should be fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. It's Sean. He never has any bad luck with Palace. Right? Yeah, right. See?
His bad luck, it tends to be with Sean Cave and Todd.
Yeah.
Oof.
What was that? I wasn't seeing it.
The crows just
Oh, the crows.
murdered. Just murdered
yeah.
Sean.
The murder of crows. Right. Come on, Sean. You don't know how this goes. You know how it... There we go. See, it works.
Okay, yeah, Sean's going to be able to... so one way or another, Sean's going to be able to most likely full clear Palace.
Yeah. Even if there's a small key on the butt push, he should be able to get it either way.
I think there's some weird key layout where he wouldn't be able to.
Well, there's some weird stuff where he would need to go back and then pitch it, but... Pff. Now imagine that thing being your 4-sword. That would suck hard.
I think it depends on how many keys he has by that point.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
True. Okay, upcoming is for push, which Sean has to skip. Unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for him, not for us. We will probably be very delighted to see something good there. Have we seen Wayfield? I think we have, right?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Waveblade was where the Kinstone was.
Ah, okay. Right.
So there's another small key. So that's knowledge of 3 small keys.
Meaning that he is good to go as far as keys are concerned. He can check everything that he needs to. Three's at 4. Yes, three's at 4. Right. Oh, wait, yeah.
Okay, there's
I mean-
4.
There's 4. But I meant he can check both checks up here at the big key chest and the fan loop without running into trouble of having to go all the way back down again. Actually, never mind. I forgot. Yeah, never mind. I forgot a thing. There's long spin. Yeah, there's one pot push that's bad. Well, better pray then. Sean never gets punished by stuff like that, right? Sean should be fine.
The ICR is going to be the small key here, and it's all going to work out.
Yeah. Be fine. Everything's gonna work out.
I mean, if he can backtrack to pop push in this case, I think he's fine because then he can continue back to the big chest.
Okay. Yeah.
Why is Huffpuff putting off Palace? Oh my!
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just my hay fever. Apologies for that. But yeah. Half has now been well, yeah, so Sean, I don't know if would you consider Sean to be in the lead here? Well, I guess it depends on the next chest. Yeah, Sean. You are
It's just hard to say who's in the lead in general because it basically comes down to who finds the fourth sword.
and it's key. He is
He's fine.
Sean is
Oh, yep, there it is. Cloud top.
Sean's
Okay.
got cloud drops.
Yep. Okay, so Huffpuff. It's basically the win. It's basically the winner.
Yeah. Why did Sean skip put? What?
Sean wanted to didn't want to go back for the mid checks because his only two cloud top fusions were the two in the front. He had done all the other fusions already.
Yeah, but it's
It's not a big time sink, but Sean thought it was too much of a time sink to do.
oh. For Sean.
Sean's not going to cloud tops after Palace. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
He still has Todd open to him. Todd is true. I still think it's unlikely.
Never say never.
I'm not saying never. I'm saying unlikely. There is a difference.
Oh, poor Sean. So the fourth sword was in cloud tops.
The
One of the-
southwest mischecks.
Yeah, one of the things that Sean unfortunately skip. In other news, that means go with Hufflepuff. And Hufflepuff will be finishing up a bit quicker than Sean would, as he can skip quite a bit.
Yeah, he's definitely skipping Pop Push like Sean did, but he also gets to skip Fan Loop, he gets to skip Bombarossa chests.
Yeah.
Those are the big time saves. Oh, also the post Blue Warp Dark Room chests. He's going to be able to skip, most likely.
Yeah.
No, wait, no, he's not. He's going to need that small key. Never mind.
Yeah, Sean showing off the backwards jump for the Bombarossa chest. It's a map. How quaint. But yeah, at any rate, thing is, half of might be in Gomod, but he still might be not ahead in the race, because we do have 4 other racers in this race. It's just that we're only receiving 2 of them. And among those other racers are people like Myth, who have a track record of sniping people.
And this is also a seed that would reward clown routing. So we have people who are good enough in execution, but who might do silly routing things that could put them ahead too.
So you're talking about Nesman here, right? Although I don't think Nesman is in the race. No, they're not.
Who's
we have-
everybody in the race here?
We have Myth, Nimbus, Sean, Hufflepuff, Elaine, and Henny in the race.
Elaine I know has good enough execution, but is still struggling with routing, so I wouldn't be surprised if Elaine takes something here.
Oh yeah, she's been going
Surprising.
strong over the last couple
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, she's starting to get there in execution, but her routing still needs some work, so that's why I'm saying, like, so she could probably pull ahead here.
Yeah, but
Because this is the kind of seed that would reward unusual routing.
right, this is Cave of Flames. Myth couldn't possibly not be ahead.
And yeah. And Henny, I'm not as sure on because he's newer, but I think he comes from any percent community, so I don't think he knows routing at all, but his execution is there.
Mhm. Yeah, as far as I know, Henny has actually been doing some speedruns, so his execution is up there. Although I don't know where he stands on the leaderboard.
Poor Sean, he's losing a cycle there.
Yeah. He does have Stun Thrust, does he? He has Stun Thrust. Just do your Stun Thrust.
Well, that wouldn't have helped because Georg just never opened up his eyes for a cycle there.
Oh. Okay, that's odd.
I've seen it happen before. I think it has something to do with damaging Georg on a certain frame.
Georg.
Georg. Okay, George. Hi, George.
George, yeah. Usually George just rolls off the tongue nicer. So at least I tend to.
And then Sean gets 2 cycle skips. Make up for it.
Yeah, see, that made up for it by quite the margin. So if you hit the eyes on the red George at the same frame that they're closing, they open up immediately again.
This is one thing I
So,
missed about
that's-
the old Octopi settings.
Well,
Not being able to find Force Sword in DHC.
yeah. So, our previous settings for TMCR included the zero sword pad function, or setting, I guess, meaning that there could be a sword in Dakar Castle, could be a force sword, but now that probability has that probability sank to 0. Yeah, there can be Gusher in the HC. It's just a bit unfortunate that we already have Ors, and it was not in the HC.
I mean, I guess there could also be Kane and First Bow in DHC, but those would both be very awful.
True.
And Sean's not getting his Force Sword.
But Sean.
Oh yeah, the elusive required magical boomerang seed for Bow and DHC.
Right. That's not that likely, but not impossible, I guess.
You just also can't have any of your sword beams available until then. Also,
Right. But yeah, that is York done for Half Puff. I almost said Blizzy again. God damn it. And now they're on their way to Dachau Castle. And Dachau Castle has 9 different checks, or 9 different chests in it, but only one of them can contain the big key. Now, we are going to follow Half-Puff through their way through Dachau Castle, and we'll bet on the amount of checks that it takes Half-Puff to find the elusive big key.
and I always bet 7. And the good thing about betting the numbers is that you can't use the advantage, the real knowledge advantage, that the most likely singular location is vanilla.
Yeah. So, we rolled a bootload of seeds, and we came up with kind of not really accurate ways, or just, percentages for the different words. Fair me up.
Yeah, I think
Different-
vanilla was around 18%, and everything else was around 10 to 11%.
Yes, thanks.
And I think that we rolled around 1,000 seats for that test. So
yeah, sounds about right. So yeah, while we don't have like the most exact accurate statistics, it's something that just gives you a very good gist of it. Nimbus went ham on them, yeah.
I mean, it was definitely more than 1,000. I think Nimbus rolled 1,000, and then we had like 1 to 200 people, 200 each from like me and my bot.
I think I rolled like 100 as well. So yeah, we rolled quite a bit. But yeah, first on DHC. As soon as the first check in DHC gets revealed, we will close the betting, so get your bets in. And I think it's now due time that I should mention who rolled this What's a nice way to describe this seed? This.
I mean, it wasn't. It had a couple of bad moments, but it wasn't actually a Godzilla level threat.
Yeah. It wasn't a Godzilla, but just a really angry hornet in your room.
Hulk. Let's go with Hulk Seed.
Hulk seed, yeah. So this thing was rolled by Trent. So congrats, Trent. You rolled a Hulk seed. Okay, so it wasn't one. Is it two? Sorry, it wasn't one. We just checked the king. Next will be the basement. Hopefully.
Yeah, you'll find that unlike in a lot of other randos, the routing through DHC is mostly similar. There are some differences, like where you do king right away or put it off for second or third or fifth. I
Or
think
ninth. Yeah. It's not two
you
either.
don't put off king all the way to 9, but
Oh, there's a few people who hate king.
but yeah, it's basically that's the only routing difference is where you do king first or delay him for a couple of checks. And then the towers are just random.
But you would usually
This is actually unusual from Huff Puff. Normally at this point you have the small key, you would just go ahead and rush to the red warp.
skip SE, exactly. Usually all of the towers have a similar time it takes you to clear them, apart from the southeastern tower. The southeastern tower takes about 30 seconds less. So it wasn't 3 either. Maybe it's 4.
Yeah, so the towers are also have a somewhat set route in that you will usually do one of the north towers first, just because you're already there, and then the southeast tower. But by and large, the routing is very much similar.
Ah, poor Sean. You can just feel the desperation on the stream.
When he finds out where his force sword is, he's going to feel especially bad because he could have actually had it.
Yes. Well, it's not 4. Is it 5?
Oh, and then the other caveat to the DHC routing is as soon as you get all 5 small keys, you check vanilla big chests.
Yeah.
Because that is the single fastest check, in addition to being the most likely.
If you have...
Yeah, if you have the small keys.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go out of your way to check the big chest first.
Okay, let's see. What's an ice pillar? I think we've seen that already.
Yes. Half-Buff did finish Todd a while ago, except for Octo. And Sean's getting desperate, he's doing Octo before Cloud Tops.
No! Sean, no! Don't do that! Sean, please.
And we had our first finisher.
Ooh, we have? GG's to... Who finished?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, the chatbot should show it in a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, GG's to Myth. Well, I guess so much for the...
Yeah, there he is.
There we go. So much for the Krenel theory. So
Well,
this is
I don't think it was so much Krenel, because I'm pretty sure Puff Puff also almost basically last location that lantern.
Ah.
I think what got Myth over Huff Puff was Myth probably did Cloud Top's digging, rushing towards Palace, and Huff Puff didn't.
Ah. Yeah, I can see that happening.
And there's another stream snipe. Or finish snipe.
GG's and Nimbus. Close behind Myth. Very close. See, I would say that half should finish within the next 5 minutes. Oh, never mind. Sorry, they're still looking for the big key.
Yeah.
Let's say...
Did Huff Puff check one of the North Towers? I was busy looking at the ZSR bot.
No.
Okay.
We have still yet to see any towers.
So this is going to be check number 5.
Goody. Yeah, it's going to be check number 5. And it's not the big key. Maybe it's 6 for Puff.
It's going to be 9, I think. Is it? No, wait, no, that's 3 small keys. There's still
I don't
2
think...
more.
Yeah, we're still
Okay,
missing
if he finds... Yeah, the dungeon item is not forced onto the big key at this point.
There's the Ocarina for Sean. Will he use it to get to Cloudtops quickly?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Wherever he's going, it's not going to be Cloudtops. Or is it?
This is Veil Falls Chest.
Or is it? Yeah, it is. Right, half now on to check number 6. Not 6. It's going to be 8. It's 7. Let's see. Might have of masterfully jumping over the charging dot there. So yeah, and we can essentially just skip this puzzle here. Well, it's not really a puzzle, is it?
The challenge.
Yeah.
There's a couple ways to make that room not a challenge. Ooh, okay. So it wasn't 7. So he's definitely going to check the big chest first. There's no reason you...
So it's going to be 8, or is it going to be 9?
It's going to be 9.
Number 9.
Fuck
So
off.
everyone bet number 9 wins.
That would have been number 5 for me. Because I tend to do top left first.
Well, no one bet, so I guess the Wii streamer wins. Okay, where's Sean going? Let's see. Town. Oh.
Library. No? Oh, he'll
Toby?
be digging it. He hasn't done the saving case or the shield attack.
No, he is on. Yeah. Or the Deco Scrub.
Yeah.
There's the hashtag for Sean. Above spinning his way to victory, because, spinning means winning, obviously. The faster you spin, the faster you win.
It's actually pretty nice that I just like that's one of the things I like about this game, how spin strat is actually a legit strategy for a few different scenarios.
Yeah. Sean now on to Great Uncle Herbert. And he's following up with not a wall attack. I thought he was missing wall attack. Right. Yikes.
What is the troll levels of body today?
Yes.
Because every single phase of body control you.
It can and it will. Believe me, it can and it will.
At some way or another, it will, yes. Body 1 control you with warps. Body 2 control you just by sitting on the clone tiles. Body 3 is, if you can't get him down into his lock, is just always fun. First cycle of Body 3 can just troll you for ages. I've had that happen to me.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, half was now onto Vati 2. Vati 2 is usually the worst of the three.
Well, okay then.
Likely to troll you of the 3. Because there's really nothing you can do to prevent him from trolling you on any cycle. Whereas the others, there's at least a little bit of play that you can do to prevent it.
Yeah, true. There he is, the big bad. Mr. Noodly Arms. The weird thing about Vati 3 is that you can actually hit the arm too early.
Yep.
And then it'll just move out of the way and... stuff like that happens then. And there's going to be a ping pong. I don't know if that barely worked. Okay. And one more, and Huff should be done.
Yep.
With Sean also now in DHC and just scrambling for fourth place. And GG's to Huff.
GG.
Alright, Huffpuff's done, so I'm gonna have to mute my
Here,
mic.
do we want to bring up?
Ooh, Sean not hitting the
Bomb
cannibal room.
strat.
Yeah, this one's always difficult. I think this second room is worse than the other.
I mean, I'm not even bothering with bomb strat because it saves the two combined save what 10, 20 seconds.
And GG's.
GG's. So, what are your thoughts?
Where do I start? The Midson Fortress, that was stupid and bad. Yeah, I don't know what else there is. Just what else was there? The ocarina, that was at least funny though.
Ah,
That was a good ocarina.
What was the other thing that we saw early on that we were like, everybody's not going to like this? Oh, there was something.
Something early on. That was like 2 hours ago. Can't remember that. All I remember is that I'm really confused how Myth finished first. There was a lantern in Cave of Flames.
yeah.
You
don't know
kind of
either.
last location that also. So I think what it came down to was he rushed Palace and Cloud Tops and you didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna rush Palace. Because, you know, last time I tried to go mode a dungeon, I lost a tournament match. So I was like, okay, maybe I should rush Palace this time. But I thought I'd be reasonable instead, and it only
Yeah.
mildly.
Well, it did. Rushing Palace worked out.
Yeah, but
You could have rushed earlier, basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
Issue
I
with
think that's what it
Dawn
came
was
down
that-
to was not.
Yeah.
It wasn't Myth doing. I don't think it was Myth last locationing the lantern because I think you almost did that also.
I swear I wasn't putting it off.
I mean,
was-
I don't think you put it off, but Western Woods didn't drag you anywhere else.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking it's the same situation for Myth.
yes, that makes sense.
Sean got burned because he rushed Palace and skipped Cloud Tops.
Ooh, yeah, I thought there might have been at least a couple of people that did that. Also, looks like
Yeah.
Sean went to Roll Crypt as well.
Yeah, without Sean didn't even save Scumwall equipped.
Well, when yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue with Sean with Royal Crit. But Sean rushing Royal Crit made sense because he hadn't done Waveblade yet, so he didn't. So he couldn't go up. So he couldn't even go up to Palace.
Right, okay, that makes sense. Also, yeah, I tried to do True Hendra Sludge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
we heard you complain about how it didn't work out, but Sean had actually already ruined it for you because he had done Birth
Yeah,
before he did Vichu.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh
My magic doesn't work on the impatient.
well. Oh yeah, I love the 1 hour tingle trees. That was good.
You were the first one who
What's the
used to do
same?
that?
John also did a post 1 hour tingle tree.
That's good.
Yeah, I think you were like 10 minutes quicker, perhaps.
Damn. Gonna have to delay it more next time.
Please don't.
Hi. What's
Because
wrong with
you-
delay?
Because you'll eventually ask occasion to gush down there. It has happened to Dax, it will happen to everyone.
Nah.
Oh yeah, I remember what the other fun thing early on in the seed was. How'd you like doing all of the Minish loop and then to finally come back to town to find your 2 swords there?
Yeah. That was the thing.
You did all of Minish loop. You did all that you could in droplets, and there was your red sword the entire time.
Could have been worse. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been
better.
worse.
I mean, at that point, like when I was going through Wind Runes, I was just hoping Mitz was on Octo, because
That would have been
It's-
fun.
it's so stupid when you have to go into Fortress without Mitz.
Yeah.
See, I love how the one time I decide to do reverse glitchless order for the towers, it's on the first one that you do in glitchless.
Yeah, that's why you don't do glitches.
What was why you don't do reverse glitchless order?
Ah. Yeah, we just don't do any towers in any percent, so... Well, we do them, but... We don't really do
Technically,
them.
we get 2 tower chests in any percent.
Technically.
Oh yeah, because you cheat to skip keys.
We don't cheat, we just walk over walls. We just climb up there.
Uh-huh. I don't remember that item. The second grip ring lets you do that.
Well, the first group... magic.
I
It's magic, is it?
don't remember there being magic in this game.
I mean, it's very well established in the Zelda universe.
Yeah,
The
and
RC did.
there's even kind of a magic meter, that being all split meter.
That's not magic.
If it's not magic, then what is it then? Huh?
You know, that was a fun seed. I liked it, except for the Alright, I need to ban.
Yeah, this ban would go out to Trent.
Ugh, of course.
He's been the culprit.
Seed could not be both this nice and this horrible.
It was a good middle ground, actually.
Yeah. Like, not bad enough to be a Hendra seed, but not good enough to be a something else seed.
Yeah.
I appreciated the large amount of Esla's theme that there was. That was good.
Oh, there was like 3 of them, right? That was great.
Yeah.
It's like Cloudtops,
Hail
Hail Flames, and,
Cloud Tops.
and Lake.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Which is perfect.
Yeah. Also, DHC being Minish for like, I swear I like that happens more often than like any other song from Minish Village. It's always DHC.
Yeah. I don't know what it is with Minish and the that one instrument that's always in churches, which I'm forgetting about. Yeah, that thing.
The thing, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
Are they called organs?
Oh yeah, church organs.
Ah,
That thing that
thanks,
the
Airboard.
Happy Mask Salesman has.
We needed that. So yeah, Sean's now also on his way to Vati. He has not done the one in a big key chest, so this might have been like a 7 or a 6 for him.
Yeah. I think that was his first tower. Might have been second.
He's got the map. Don't know. Don't remember.
Oh yeah, I remember why I wanted to do reverse glitchless order to mess with the bat, right?
Well, and since no one won the bet, you did mess it up. Yeah. Congrats.
There we go. That's the
And
real
GG's
victory.
to Henny finishing at a time of 2:36.
Jeez.
GG's.
Oh yeah, I also got the weird second cycle skip on 32.
Oh?
Yeah, because I think I did like 1 less damage than you needed to for the first cycle.
Okay.
'Cause the second lot of eyes wasn't left alright, so... Yeah, I think I actually skipped second cycle there. But it was still 3 cycles anyway, so... Because I don't think you can skip it being 3 in total.
Yeah, no, you can't skip any
Otherwise
cycles.
we'd probably be doing that.
You'd be doing a lot of that, actually.
Oh, he's trolling. There we go. When isn't Vati2 trolling people?
Good question.
That's just Vati2's thing, just camp over the one tile you want to actually use.
Hey.
I bot now.
I would, yes.
Now see, Vati2's still trolling there, it's just a larger amount of trolling. Colossal amount. It's just really sad it wasn't on Yulari. Like, come on. You're gonna put the Ocarina that late and then not even put Force Sword on Yulari.
Yeah, but...
At one point, we were kind of hoping for True Sean Cave.
Yeah, I wanted to rush that because, you know, Sean's there.
Yeah.
Like, when you got the Mids and Fortress, and then we're like, oh, wait, that opens up True Sean Cave with Ocarina and Sean Cave and Force Sword on Library.
That would have been spicy. Because I totally would have shown that.
I like how we call it Shawnee in that cave, even though he actually made the right play. It was me who made the wrong play that paid off. Because I'm the one who skipped the scrub by mistake.
Sean's got
And
some
had to come back
trouble,
for it.
Matty. Oh, poor Sean.
The arm decides it doesn't want to get hit today.
Yeah.
Relentless.
Oh,
Oh,
Georgie.
it went to the wrong side. Sad.
Sad.
Nope.
Poor Sean.
Getting bullied by Varty today. Oh no. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Should be smooth.
Okay, one more. And then he'll be through with it. Come on, Sean. You can do it. Hey! GG's.
Hey, GG.
GG's on.
Finishing 5th place with a time of 2:41. So, our remaining racer is Elaine.
I just took a look. She's on. She should be finishing soon. She's on body also.
Ah. GG's, Sean.
Hello.
GG.
GG's
So-
on.
About those clouds.
Could someone explain to me how I've last locationed a sword in 3 seeds in 1 fucking week?
The MCR.
It wasn't a last location. I'm pretty sure you never did your cave.
I did do it. It had a piece of heart in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you also,
I have like 4 locations left that wasn't unlocked like a moment before I got that sword. What's even worse is I've last located a sword in 3 seeds in a row, and I've called where 2 of them were. I just forgot to go back.
you go up to. Why didn't you do the foul top spec when you were finishing up your palace fusions?
Because I was like, there's more chance of it being in Palace. I'll get it afterwards because I can't warp out. And then I forgot about it because I did Palace and it took like 12 minutes and I completely forgot.
Sounds normal.
Plus, would it be me running a seed if I didn't last location something in this game?
That is fair.
Good point. To be fair, though, taking a quick glance at Elaine's tracker, it's very, 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 very empty as well.
Yeah, this is pretty easy to last location. Like, when I saw that 4 sword, I'm like, oh, people are gonna last location this.
Yeah.
I felt ahead as well. That was the worst part. Like,
You were at least ahead of Huffpuff before you went into Palace.
Yeah.
Really?
It was like, I just felt like I was clearing things super quick, and then it was like, and I mean, hell, a 241 for basically a full clear if you take away like 5 checks.
Yeah,
it's still really solid, but
yeah, Sean never did droplets until after Palace, so he was.
Oh, yeah, droplets would have done it.
Yeah, I actually bailed on doing Octo because I saw Myth and Nimbus finish. Like I was in the clone room and I went, okay, there's no way it's on Octo if you finish in 2:15. There's absolutely zero way.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm watching Lane's stream and she's just oh Vati.
Yeah, she needs to.
Uh,
I'll probably offer to sit down with her and work on her body 3.
I just practiced. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's just practice, but
She'll get the hang of it.
anyways,
But yeah, I guess that is it from this side then.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you to Hendris and Luna for doing comms, and to Kenny for joining and tracking, and thanks to both the runners, of course. We are going to be raiding over to ZSR 3 in a moment, which has an Ocarina of Time bingo tournament match. It's Juke versus Mike Katz. Also coming up later on ZSR, we have Link to Past Cross Keys tournament match at 8 PM Eastern on ZSR 2. Depending on volunteers and restream availability. That's not set in stone yet. What will definitely happen is at 10 PM Eastern, the Wind Waker Randomizer Season 4 tournament, the lowest bracket finals, Game 2. So, and yeah, for more stuff throughout the week, keep an eye on our schedule. And with that, thank you for watching.
bye. Remember
See
to
you all next
smile,
time.
Elsie.